started recording without my consent. I mean, I guess technically it was with my consent. I have this setting on my camera to where if I have my palm showing, it'll start recording after 3 seconds. Or, like, it'll take a picture after 3 seconds. But I didn't have my palms out. Maybe it mistook my... Mistook? Is that a word? Past tense of mistake. Gonna look that up. I mean, this isn't the first recording that I've had going on today, but I'll use it as the noise canceling is on. Let's turn her on. That's what she said. Past tense of mistake. Mistook. The past tense verb of mistake is mistook. For example, I mistook her voice for her sister's voice. I feel like that's very easy, simple, but sometimes it's like the easy things that we make mistakes with. I'd rather be safe than sorry, personally, but whatever. I don't know if I'm going to keep this bit in the actual podcast episode, but in case I do, and you're wondering why I'm airing my own water bottle, because yes, this is my water bottle. This is my Stanley water bottle. And it's covered in stickers. But since it doesn't have a straw, and when you open it, it's just like a big old circle. I rather air it because then I get like a consistent stream of water going into my mouth as opposed to, I don't know, I feel like every time I try to sip it, like when I first got it and I tried to sip it, I'd get like a little bit of water in my nose. I'd push it too far back, a little too fast, and whatever, what have you. It wasn't for me. And I also noticed that since I would wear chapstick, my chapstick residue would end up on the rim of the water bottle, and that would piss me the fuck off. Yes, I do wash my water bottle, but, like, I feel a little bit gross taking a sip of water with chapstick on and then closing the water bottle. Like, I know it's mine, but, like, I still would rather not have to deal with that. So yeah, that's my reasoning for me airing my own water bottle. Airing, skying. There's a whole mess of words for it. I was gonna say verbs, but I genuinely, like, I know words sometimes. But I don't really know. Oh, yeah, it is a verb. Sometimes I should just go with my gut. I should just go with what my body and my mind is telling me to do. But then sometimes I do that and I regret it, at least for a moment. But then I remember mistakes are what help us to learn. So, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. Everything happens for a reason. That's what I tell myself. And I do believe it to be true. It's just sometimes it's hard to hear in the moment, like after having something that didn't pan out how you quite would have wanted it to, how I would have planned for it to go. Because I, as an overthinker, tend to try to think of every possible outcome before I do something, and then when I do the thing and the outcome isn't one of the 10, 20, 30 that I expected, I get a little bit upset. But then it's just like, oh, well, it was meant to happen this way. Like, you can't predict everything, and that's okay. But we're working on it. We're working on it because the overthinking does go crazy. Anyway, now that I've been yapping for 5 minutes, Hello, 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 and welcome to Kaylin's Corner. I'm your host, Kaylin, and this is my corner of the internet where I talk about anything and everything that comes to mind. Thank you for joining me, and I hope this finds you well. I really do hope that you can't hear all the noise that I hear right now because it's quite distracting to me. And I know that the mic is pretty good. I do have the noise canceling setting on, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna actually cancel out the noise, especially if I'm talking at the same time. But that's also like my perfectionist in me speaking, I think, because I just want things to be the best that they can, with very little effort, mind you. But because I'm also a little bit lazy, but I just want things to turn out a certain way, and when they don't, I get a little extra frustrated, upset, whatever. Like I was explaining in the beginning, if I ended up keeping that in, whatever. I probably will. It's fine. This is real. This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Gonna let the light shine on me. They really ate with that song because you know what? They were right. This is real. This is real. This is me. And I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. Gonna let the light shine on me. Gonna let the light shine on me. Sorry, I'm having a little bit too much fun singing that. Let's get started with the word of the day. Today, to or word of the week. I say word of the day because the email says word of the day, but it's really my word of the week. But Word Genius's word of the day is untenable. I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Untenable.
Untenable. It's an adjective and it only has one definition. And in parentheses it says, especially of a position or view. Okay. Not able to be maintained or defended against, or sorry, not able to be maintained or defended against attack or objection. Examples of untenable in a sentence. Julian made a passionate but untenable argument that the world was flat. Not a flat earther. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. The army realized its position in the valley was untenable and retreated up the hill, not able to be maintained or defended against attack or objection. Yeah, Julian made a passionate but untenable argument that the world was flat. I do. I am a little concerned about those who truly believe that the earth is flat. Like, let's be real, guys. Come on. I genuinely. What makes you think that the earth is flat? Like sometimes I think about it myself. Like I try to put myself in their shoes and their perspective and their eyes and their place and just think, why would I think the earth is flat? When we see the sun just about every day and it's round, it's a sphere. Well, I mean, we can't see it and it's like super three-dimensional form, but you know, it's round. Same thing with the moon. It's round. Same thing, well, I don't know. Same thing with the stars, kind of, right? They look kind of round. Maybe it's just because we're so far from them, but if we see these other objects in the sky, what would make you think like, you know what? We're so different. Our planet, the place that we live on, it's not round, it's flat. They're lying to us. This is a simulation. Ah! Let's take a chill pill, guys. Let's touch some grass. Let's step back into reality. I don't think the earth is flat. I do believe it to be round, like the other planets that we observe in the sky. Like the pictures that we have been shown of this planet. But hey, but also it's an untenable argument that the world is flat because where's the evidence? Where's the defense of the earth being flat? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's be real here. Anyway, about untenable. Untenable is based on the French word tenable, meaning capable of being held. Tenable entered English in the early 17th century, and by the end of that century, untenable had been created in English to describe that which was incapable of being held. Okay, interesting. Fun fact, it says, did you know? In military usage, untenable describes a position that troops cannot hold and must abandon. When untenable describes a position in an argument, it refers to a position that can't be defended in good faith and must be abandoned. Yet, it's hard for anyone to give up an untenable position until they're sure they have no means of defending it. It's often only once a person sees they can't continue an argument, an untenable point, that they'll acknowledge their position has been defeated by logic. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Usually, well, I feel like when it comes to untenable arguments, people, it's like I'm gonna die on this hill. And you know what? I can't blame you because what's a hill that I will die on? The first thing that came to mind, Shrek is. I was gonna say Shrek is the greatest movie. Shrek is a really, 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 really good movie. But I know that statements like that are opinionated anyway, so it's like whatever. But fuck it, it's a hill I'm willing to die on. Is it? Is it? Is it a hill I'm willing to die on? Yeah, actually, because my bias is showing I love Shrek and I'm not afraid to say it. Not Shrek the character, well, perhaps Shrek the character as well, but Shrek the series of movies? Absolutely. You know what? I'm surprised that they didn't make like a Shrek series, like an actual show. I'm pretty sure that there's like a mini series maybe on Netflix, but I genuinely don't think so. I googled Shrek series and it's showing me the movies. They have spin-offs and short films, but there isn't like a Shrek show. And honestly, it's a little bit saddening because I would watch the fuck out of that show. But that's definitely just my bias. I love Shrek. He holds a special place in my heart. I've said this many a times before. Many a times before. It'd be so cool to be a voice actor in a Shrek movie. Can you imagine me voice acting in a Shrek movie? Oh, stop hyping myself up. But I mean, like, it's not far fetched. I don't think it's far fetched. That'd be really cool. That'd be really fun. Me voice acting in general, I think would be really cool, really fun. I think I should do. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to do some tongue twisters because I think I had a lot of fun the last time I did them, and I think it'd be fun to do it again. But also, I did kind of get recommended to do. I think I watched. I think I read these the last time. They do. No, actually, I don't know. Anyway, sorry I had a little brief intermission. There was a lot of noise going on in the background. It was distracting me. But I was looking over this website that has 75 totally twisted tongue twisters to try to test your tongue's talents. Oh, well, it says give these. I started reading it like after the number, whatever. It says give these 75 totally twisted tongue twisters to try to test your tongue's talents. And you know what? I think my tongue is really talented because I was able to read that on the first go. But I don't know if I'm going to read through all 75 of these things, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll have it linked in the description of the podcast episode if you're interested in looking and reading these tongue twisters yourself. Number 1 says, Sheena need. Damn, I already fucked it up. Sheena leads, Sheila needs. Sheena leads, Sheila needs. Should I try to say it faster? Sheena leads, Sheila needs. I feel like it sounds like I'm saying the same thing twice. Sheena leads, Sheila needs. Anyway. If a dog chews shoes, whose shoes does he choose? Okay, bars. Top chopsticks, shop stop, top chopsticks. Shellfish. I. Don't mind me getting frustrated with myself. Selfish, shellfish. Repeat many times. Okay. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. That shellfish is damn. That shellfish is selfish. Selfish. You know what? Enough is enough. That was number 4. I'm done. Sorry. Selfish, shellfish. Number 5. No need to light a night light on a light night like tonight. Nah. Number 6. 33,000 feathers on a thrush's throat? What the freak is thrushes? And is that supposed to be somebody's name? On a thrush's throat? Thrushes? What is that? It's a bird. A thrush is a bird. Okay, fun fact of the day. 33,000 feathers on a thrush's throat. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. That's interesting. I don't think that was really much of a tongue twister. Not for me, anyway. Anyway. The Great Greek grape growers grow Great Greek grapes. Okay. Number 8. Linda Lou Lambert loves lemon lollipop. Damn, I was so close. Linda Lou Lambert loves lemon lollipop. Linda Lou Lambert loves lemon lollipop lip gloss. 3rd time's a charm. Next one. Near an ear, a nearer ear, a nearly eerie ear. Okay. Yeah. Number 10. Roberta ran rings around the Roman ruins. He threw 3 free throws. A happy hippo hopped and hiccuped. Oh, that reminds me of that baby hippo that went viral. I can't remember their name. People were making memes out of them, though. It was a fun time. That was like around the last time I recorded a podcast episode, but, well, last year. Anyway. Toy boat. Alright. Anyway, a synonym for cinnamon is a synonym. I said synonym twice. Fuck. A synonym for cinnamon is a cinnamon synonym. Period. 15. 1-1 was a racehorse. 2-2 was 1-2. 1-1-1-1 race. 2-2-1-1-2. I feel like if I just said that, well, after me just saying that aloud, you're probably thinking, what the fuck? But you have to read it to really get the gist of it all, I feel like. 1-1 was a racehorse. 2-2 was 1-2. 1-1-1-1 race. 2-2-1-1-2. Just look at it. Maybe I'm not going to make any promises. 2-2-1 a horse. What? 2-2-1 a race also. If you didn't pick up what I was saying after. Oh, hard tongue twisters for adults. Wait, these were just the best tongue twisters. So 1 through 15, the tongue twisters I just read, were the best tongue twisters. Now, the next set of tongue twisters are going to be hard tongue twisters for adults. So that was just the warm up. That was just the warm up. Okay, 16. 6 sick hicks, nick 6 slick bricks with picks and sticks. What the fuck does that even? What are you saying to me? What are you saying to me right now? 6 sick hicks, nick 6 slick bricks with picks and sticks. What are you doing with picks and sticks if you're sick? Any noise annoys an oyster, but a noisy noise annoys an oyster more. Okay. Rory the warrior and Roger the warrior. Rory the warrior and Roger the worrier were reared wronged in a rural brewery. Reared wrongly in a... okay. Rory the warrior and Roger the worrier were reared wrongly in a rural brewery. I did kind of take my time with that one though, so... maybe I should try to say it a little bit faster as a little bit of a challenge. Rory the warrior and Roger the worrier were reared wrongly. Rory the warrior and Roger the worrier were reared wrongly in a rural brewery. Okay, that wasn't as bad. I think I was just saying it with more pressure as opposed to speed, but whatever. Next. Which wristwatches Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? Which wristwatches are Swiss? My God, it's the W's. Which wristwatches are Swiss? Which watch? Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? Damn. Enough is enough with that one. Next. Fred fed Ted bread and Ted fed Fred bread. Okay, I like that one a little bit. Related. Give your mind a workout. No. 21. The 33 thieves thought that they thrilled the throne throughout Thursday. Overthrowing the throne on a Thursday? Okay. Party animals. 22. Each Easter Eddie eats Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs. That's a crazy amount. 80 Easter eggs. Lesser leather, never weathered, wetter weather, better. Excuse me. Lesser leather, never weathered, wetter weather, better. Okay. 24. The sixth sick sheep, sixth sheep sick. I don't even know what that means. The sixth sick sheiks. What even is that? It's like, oh, but it's apostrophe S, so that belongs to someone, right? The sixth sheiks ships. The sixth sick sheik's sixth sheep's sick. I don't know what that means, but I'm tired of reading it. A skunk sat on a stump and thunk and A skunk sat on a stump and thunk. The stump stunk. But the stump stunk. A skunk sat on a stump and thunk. The stump stunk. But the stump thunk and I keep adding a word. I keep on adding and in there. There's no and in here. A skunk sat on a stump and thunk. The stump stunk. But the stump thunk. The stunk. Damn. A skunk sat on a stump and thunk. The stump stunk. But the stump thunk. The skunk stunk. Stumps think? Okay. Conscious. 26 reads 23 thirsty, thundering thoroughbreds thumped Mr. Thurber on Thursday. What's a thoroughbred? What does that mean? What does it mean? Oh, it's a horse breed. Interesting. I'm not a horse girly, clearly. It's also a thriller / comedy movie. What? Now I want to watch it. But that's just, me and my impulsivity. Anyway, 27. Can you can a can as a canner can a can? Can you can a can as a canner can a can? Can. That's what it sounds like to me. I know I'm the one reading it, but that's what it like. Just can. Can you can a can as a canner can a can? Probably, if I really set my mind to it. With an instructional video, I probably could. 28. Scissor sizzles, thistle sizzle. Scissor sizzle, thistle sizzle. Why are they sizzling? Who's cooking the scissors? Why? Send toast to 10 stout stains. I fucked it up. Send toast to 10 stout stains. It's not stains. Send toast to 10 tenths stout saints. 10 tall tents. I don't even know. See, the thing I don't like about some of these tongue twisters is that they don't make sense to me. So it's like, why am I reading this? This like scissor sizzle, thistle sizzle. Why are they sizzling? Who's cooking them? I need more context, please. Anyway, this is the last one for. Oh, hello. This is the last one for the hard tongue twisters for adults. It reads, I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit. Why are you slitting the sheet? I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit. Okay. Funny tongue twisters for kids. Betty's big bunny bobbled by the blueberry bush. 4 furious friends fought for the phone. Get your own phone. Imagine an imaginary menagerie? English. Menagerie? Is that how you pronounce that? Menagerie is probably menagerie. Oh! I don't know how to read. Menagerie. I've heard that word before. Imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie. It's just, I have to remember how to pronounce the word because it low-key doesn't, to me, it doesn't sound like how it's spelled. Menagerie. I mean, I guess menagerie is how I would pronounce it, really, but whatever. 34. Gobbling gargoyles gobbled gobbling goblins. Go gargoyles, go. That's a fucking go gargoyles, go. Anyway, many an enemy sees an enemy. Okay. You notice this notice, you will notice that this notice is not worth noticing. Okay. An ape hates grape cakes. What is a grape cake? What is a grape cake? Is that even a thing? Or are you just saying stuff? I don't like when they just say stuff. I take things a little too seriously. People make cakes out of grapes? I've never had a grape cake before. Best grape cake. Martha Stewart recipe? Okay, Martha. Let's hold on. Now I need to look at some pictures of grape cakes because y'all are really making cakes with grapes in them? I don't know how I feel about that. Sorry, I'm going to take a time out from the tongue twisters. I totally forgot what those things were called for a moment because this has sidetracked me. I'm on Google Images looking at grape cakes. Not cake grapes. Whatever. Grape cakes. There's a lot of variation. There are some that kind of look like pies. There are some that are iced, some that are not. Some with white grapes, some with red. Excuse me. And it there doesn't seem to be like a clear definition of grape cake. It's like when someone says chocolate cake, for example, I think maybe you too. Well, actually, I did see a TikTok. If I find it, I'll link it. I did see a TikTok a little while ago talk where a couple was arguing about chocolate cake, and the it was a man and a woman. The woman who was making the video was yelling and saying like, if I say chocolate cake, you're thinking like chocolate cake, like the cake itself is chocolate and it has chocolate icing. But the man was saying that it's a yellow cake with chocolate icing. No, that's a yellow cake with chocolate icing. And I agree with her on that. Because how are you going to tell me that this is a chocolate cake when it's a yellow cake with chocolate icing? That's different from a chocolate cake. A chocolate cake, the cake itself is chocolate. You can have chocolate cake with vanilla icing. You can have a chocolate cake with cheesecake icing. You can have a chocolate cake with no icing. It's chocolate cake. Yellow cake is yellow cake. You can have a yellow cake same way. Yellow cake with chocolate icing, yellow cake with vanilla icing, yellow cake with strawberry icing. Fuck it. Strawberry icing. But it's still a yellow cake if you put chocolate frosting on it. Just because the outside is chocolate doesn't mean the inside's chocolate. That doesn't mean it's a chocolate cake. That means the icing is chocolate, not the cake itself. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, back to the grape cake. There's no clear definition of what a grape cake is. Some of these cakes, and a lot of these pictures that I'm seeing are pictures of the cake from above. And when I see the slice of the cake, it's still like a picture of the slice of cake from above. I need to see what the inside of this cake looks like because I don't really know how I feel about that. If you didn't know, Raisins and I kind of have beef. I fuck with grapes heavy. I love grapes. Frozen grapes, if you haven't tried them before, let me put you on. Let me put you on. Wash some grapes, put them in a Ziploc bag or a bowl or whatever, plate, whatever you have the space for in your freezer. Stick them hoes in the freezer. Well, pick them off the vine. Well, you don't really have to. I find it, you do whatever, however you want to do it. Me, it really depends on my mood and how lazy I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll pick them off the vine, sometimes I won't. But throw them hoes in the freezer. Come back a couple hours later. Fuck it. If you really want to, the next day. They are so yummy. As a nice little cold snack. It's a nice healthy snack. It's not a healthy snack, Rebecca. If you know, you know. If you don't, you should watch the video. If I find it, I will link it. I should probably write down these things. But grapes and we're friendly. I love grapes. But raisins are not my cup of tea. I'm afraid I've been betrayed by raisins too many times in my past. And I'm just not a fan. not only that, but like raisins, I don't really like the taste of them. Why? I it's like I know what a grape tastes like. Oh my god, people are having the time of their life right now. I'm sorry for the noise. I can't control it. Although I am curious about what's going on, but I not my business, baby. That's not my business, baby. Um, what was I saying before I got distracted by the noise, the laughing? um, Raisins. I'm not really a fan of them. You can keep those. Oatmeal raisin cookies. You can keep those. Cinnamon raisin bread. You can keep that. I genuinely, I'll be fine without them. Will I eat a oatmeal? I was gonna say chocolate. Oatmeal raisin cookie if I really want a cookie, but it's not something like I'm crazy about. Cinnamon raisin bread, though, I do consume occasionally. Like if it's the only thing that happens to be in the house, and I just could go for like a little toast with butter moment, or if I'm just really really hungry, fuck it, whatever. I might even pick the raisins out because I can't do it. Sometimes it's the texture that throws me off. Like what usually for me when it comes to food, and I don't if it's a food that I don't like, it's usually because of the texture. I've said this in a couple of podcast episodes by now, I'm sure. And I have like a podcast episode kind of dedicated to it, like my food hot takes or something like that. I don't remember what it's titled, but things that I don't like, usually because of the texture, like watermelon, raisins, mango off the seed, mashed potatoes. I can't do it. I'm sure there are more, but those are like my top four that I can think of right here, right now. But this grape cake nonsense, and I'm saying nonsense because it's like to me it looks like people just got bored. They're like, what other fruit rather can we put inside of a cake? What that hasn't been done before. This looks like cherry tomato bread, and actually grape almond and olive oil cake. What are you guys doing? How bored are you? Grape, almond, and olive oil cake. Why? I I'm very much a don't knock it till you try it kind of person. Like I'm looking at this and I'm like bewildered, but I also would try it for the one time. Excuse me. Would I make it myself to try it for the one time? Perhaps not, because it's not appealing enough for me to feel like I need to make it myself to try. If the opportunity happens to arise, then perhaps I will try some grape, almond, and olive oil cake. But that just does not seem like a appetizing combo. Not me. Oh my god, sprinkling on my freaking laptop. I must have got really passionate in something I was talking about. Some of these grape cakes do look cute, though, I will say. Grape cake, yogurt, whipped cream, just cook. Whoa. She looks so pretty. It's made with white grapes and it's like in a little heart shape. Ah, I love. Perhaps I will. Well, it's a YouTube video. I will link it if I can. Just a little promo. Oh, stop. I didn't want to watch. Actually, it's only 4 minutes and 17 seconds long. Do I want to watch? I mean, what will it hurt if I watch this 4 minute 17-second long grape cake video? Hmm. Fuck it. Fuck this pussy boy. Fuck it. Fuck him right. Alright, I gotta put the volume down on this. Because it's mad loud. I think I gotta watch it on double speed. Because she's icing. She's doing like. Oh! Never mind. Wait. Okay, but this cake looks so cute. But it doesn't look like it's cake with grapes embedded in it. It looks like it's cake with like buttercream icing or like some kind of icing with sliced grapes in it. So a little bit different from the other grape cakes that I was seeing on Google Images. I do kind of want to adjust the speed. How do I? It's the brain rot. Usually you can, but it's not letting. Oh, here it is. We'll do 1.5. Yeah, so definitely just making. I know I said she, but I have no idea the gender of this person, so I'm so sorry. But okay, yogurt. Oh wait, they're making the icing now? Ooh, and gelatin. To make it stiff. Okay, the sound is actually kind of pissing me off, so I'm gonna mute this. Yep, it's just cake. They're slicing it in half. They're gonna put the buttercream that they made. Oh, they gotta do a little heart shape. It kind of looks like bread. Okay, simple syrup. Stop playing with them. No dry cakes here. Yep, and they're gonna line the. Excuse me. Gonna line. Oh, okay. Yep. So they lined the perimeter with grapes, and then they put the icing, and then they put more grapes. The cake is throwing me off a little bit because it kind of looks like white bread. Chill. Oh, but it's so pretty. And then back to the decorating part. This is a cute little grape cake, but um not the cake that I was seeing on the Google. But it's cute. How did I get to grape cakes? Oh, the tongue twisters. I forgot I was even doing those. Holy cow. Holy cow. It's the squirrel brain, but it's the squirrel brain. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, actually. Because it's fun to kind of steer off topic. Because sometimes you just discover things. Like grape cakes. What other fruits are pomegranate cakes a thing? Okay, it comes up in the search. Okay, okay. Oh, this one has a. It's like a tiered cake. It's a big cake with like a little Christmas tree. It's so pretty. Perhaps I will insert picture if I can figure out how to. Oh my god. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. This is not. Wow. Very interesting. Oh, it's like literally the first picture that comes up when you search up pomegranate cake. The pomegranates on the side. This is so pretty. Now I want to go and bake stuff. I want a sweet treat so bad right now. One thing about me is I love me a nice little sweet treat. Don't play with me, baby. Don't play with me. Don't play with me and my sweet treats. But it's low key like a sugar addiction. Sugar addiction goes crazy. Or it did. We're fighting it. We're fighting it. This is so pretty. Ah. I've never had a pomegranate cake. Never had a grape cake. Never had a pomegranate cake. Lemon cake is good. I need to stop talking about cake. Let's get back to the tongue twisters. 38. Am I going to read through all of these? I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. That's not really. How many yaks could a yak pack if a yak pack could pack yaks? Excuse me. Smelly shoes and sock shock sisters. 41. How can a clam cram a clean cream can? 42. Picky people pick Peter Pan peanut butter. 'Tis the peanut butter picky people pick. Okay, that one kind of got me a little bit towards the end. Elizabeth has 11 elves in her elm tree. Little Lillian sets lazy lizards lie along the lily pads. Oh, wait. Little Lillian lets lazy lizards lie along the lily pads. 45. A shapeless shat. A shapeless shat. Sorry. It's sash. And I keep putting the sh sound in the beginning. A shapeless shat. A shapeless. I caught myself. A shapeless. Now I'm just adding the sh sound a little too early. A word too early. I'm getting frustrated. It's okay. We're fine. A shapeless sash sags slowly. Now I gotta say it faster. A shapeless sash sags slowly. A shapeless sash sags. A shapeless sags. A shapeless. Come on. A shapeless sash sags slowly. Enough is enough. Short tongue twisters. 6th check. Me not knowing how to pronounce things. I'm pretty sure it's just check. Like like Czech Republic. It's the CZ. Oh, it's simply said as Czech. Yeah. 6 Czech critics. Green glass globes glow greenly. A proper copper coffee pot. She sees cheese. That doesn't... Oh, whatever. Red Buick, blue Buick. 3 times. Red Buick, blue Buick. Blah, blah, blah. Damn. Red Buick, blue Buick. Red Buick, blue Buick. Red Buick, blue Buick. I can't even say it the one time anymore. Red Buick, Buick. Red Buick, Buick. Red Buick, Buick. Buick. That's not a word. Is it a word? I don't know. That's not the word I'm trying to say, but anyway. Red Buick, Buick. Red Buick, blue Buick. La 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 la. I can do it. I know I can. Red Buick, Buick. Blue. Blah, blah. Ah! Red Buick, Buick. Red Buick, Buick. Blah, blah, blah. Come on. Red Buick, blue Buick. It's me sitting here with my eyes closed thinking that it's going to help me pronounce it better. Red Buick, Buick. Buick. Why do I keep... Blue Buick. Red, blue, egg, blue, blue. Red, blue, egg, blue, blue, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. I do not say blah, blah, blah. Shout out to Adam Sandler. He makes really good I was gonna say music. Has Adam? You know what? I wouldn't be pronounced. What the freak am I saying now? I wouldn't be surprised if these tongue twisters got my brain fucked up right now. It's the red blue. It's the red Buick, blue Buick for me. I said it just the one time. He has music. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. At Shop Adam Sandler Music, listen to your favorite music. Explore the enchanting world of music and our amazing blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Advertisement. Get out of here. Does he have music or not? Adam Sandler lyrics, songs, and albums. When his brother suggested he try stand up, oh my god, I don't. He does have music, and you know what? Good for him. Like I said, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I love it for him. Okay, I'm gonna give this Buick tongue twister one more try. And if I can't get it, to hell with it. Red Buick, blue Buick. Red Buick, Buick. Enough is enough. Next! No, I have to get it. I have to get it at least once. I did get it at least once, but I want to say it 3 times correctly. Red Buick, blue Buick. Red Buick, blue Buick. Red Buick, blue Buick. That's it. That's as good as it's going to get. I feel like I did fumble it a little bit, but whatever. Number 51. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Tie twine to 3 tree twigs. A flea and a fly flew up and flew. 6 sticky skeletons. 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 That one said 3 times next to it. And you know what? That one wasn't as bad as the red Buick, blue Buick. That one's gonna leave battle scars on my on whatever my esophagus. $55. Fresh French fried fry frit that French no fresh French fried fry fresh French fried fry fritters. Bada bing, bada boom. Excuse me. Bake big batches of bitter brown bread. Snap, crackle, pop. That's supposed to be snap, crackle, pop, snap, crackle, pop, snap, crackle, pop. I did fumble that one a little bit. It does say 3 times on that one. Snap, crackle, pop, snap, crackle, pop, snap, crackle, pop. Not as bad as the red Buick, blue Buick nonsense that I was going through just moments ago. Double bubblegum bubbles double. Okay. 59. Flash message. That's 3 times. Flash message, flash message, flash message. 60. And honestly, I think this is going to be the last one that I read. I don't feel like reading through all 75 of these. Even though I'm almost there. But whatever. Anyway, a pessimistic pest exists amidst us. A pessimistic pest exists amidst... A pessimistic pest exists amidst us. I feel like I said it correctly the first time, but that's also after me fumbling it 2 times after. Enough is enough with the tongue twisters. enough is enough with the tongue twisters. I need a water break. Now I just don't feel like talking anymore. But meh. Don't mind me just regaining my composure because that was a lot. I was all over the place, I feel like, but this is just me reflecting a little too soon after the fact. I don't know. I can't even see myself right now because my phone mirroring is being a little bit weird right now. I'm getting a little bit hungry. A little bit snacky, if you will. I'll have to have a snack soon. Eventually. Well, in between last episode and today, I did watch a movie. I watched the movie Me Before You, and I decided to watch it because it came up as a suggestion on Google when I Googled the movie The Notebook. I believe I mentioned it in the last podcast episode. It was literally just a week ago, but I have done so much yapping since then that it's hard to remember if I said it on camera or not. So I'm saying it again. I watched The Notebook a couple days before the new year, late December. And I cried, screamed, and threw up, basically. Not literally. Might as well have. I was sobbing. Snot running, eyes blurred from the crying. It was great because I haven't had a movie make me sob like that in a long time. So I wanted to watch another movie that would make me feel similar, if not the same. And Me Before You came up as a suggestion. I was like, okay, interesting. I didn't read the synopsis or anything, but I was like, it came up in suggestion, so it can't be too far off, honestly. And it's literally, well, maybe because I clicked on the suggestion after, so Google is kind of rearranging the page and tailoring it to me, but it's the first thing that shows up in the people also search for other movies. This movie came out in 2016, and let me tell you, it shows. If I watched this in 2016 when it came out, or maybe even a year or so after, I probably would have cried. I probably would have sobbed because it was giving Wattpad story, and the fanfic Wattpad girly in me would have had a ball. I'm pretty sure this movie is based on book, but I didn't read it, so sorry. It has 54% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's a 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb. The story is heartfelt and warming, and also kind of sad and depressing, but it's also kind of cute. But it didn't make me cry. I wasn't so attached to the story as I was The Notebook. They really did their thing with The Notebook. And the worst part is I saw everything coming. I could predict what was going to happen next. But I still sobbed like a freaking baby. I do remember talking about this in the last episode now. Whatever, it's okay. I'm just repeating myself, don't mind me. I do that pretty often. But this movie, I was also able to predict things that were going to happen because it was just a bit predictable for me. But it didn't hit me where it hurts. Like I was hoping for it to, because I don't know. I love when a movie can just hit me right in the feels and make me cry. I don't cry all too often anymore. I'm not as emotional as I once was. But I think that also has to do with me taking life a little bit too seriously. I was saying this in the last episode. I feel like I take life a little too seriously. And it's rather unfortunate, really. Like, genuinely, honestly, it's a little bit frustrating even, but we're working on it. How do we become a little more silly goofy? We start to act like ourselves. And I feel like even though I'm being serious, I'm still myself. It's just like a cleaned up version of myself. Not necessarily a bad thing, but not the best thing either. It's like time and place, you know? It's just one of those things. Me thinks. It's just one of those things. But it's a work in progress, like all things are, really. It's about consistency, persistence, effort. And now that I'm aware of it, it's like the first step. You just have to figure out how to loosen up without like drugs and alcohol. Just being ourselves. This got a little deep for no reason. Well, with reason. I we know how I got here, but also I didn't mean for it to get like this. I didn't mean to have this bit of a deep conversation. But yeah, don't mind me just having realizations towards the end of my podcast episode. Actually, this is going to be the end of my podcast episode. Thank you so much for joining me on this week's episode of Kaylin's Korner. Sorry, I was going to say, if you... I don't know. Train of thought disappeared miraculously off the tracks. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It feels a little bit random. I did kind of enjoy it, reading through all the tongue twisters and kind of going off onto those random little tangents. I'm still trying to get back into this. I'm trying to be a little bit better. Although I'm reflecting a little too hard right now. Let's be real. Alright, enough is enough. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Kaylin's Korner. I hope you enjoyed. You can keep up with me on all my socials. Those will be linked in the description as always. And until next time, bye!